What is up, basketball junkies? We are back to look at another drill. Go hit my Drills for High School Coaches playlist on my YouTube channel for more drills like this one. Before we get started, shout out to Dr. Dish. Go visit drdishbasketball.com to learn more about their game-changing shooting machines. And shout out to Fastmodel Sports. I use Fastmodel's tools for all the diagrams you see in my videos. Now let's dive into the drill. One-on-one cut and go is a one-on-one game we use in our King of the Court series. The King of the Court series is a group of one-on-one games that help teach advantage and neutral situations to players. One-on-one cut and go requires two players going head-to-head in the drill and one passer. This can be a third player that rotates into the drill or a coach. When we run the drill in skill development sessions, we usually have the players pass. When we run the drill as a breakdown drill in season, we usually have a coach pass. What you're watching in this film is a group of four players rotating through, two going head-to-head, one passer, and one shooting free throws on the side. 4 players is a good number for this drill because it's pretty taxing. The cutting against the denial defense really makes this a good conditioner. As you'll see in the film, as it rolls on, there's plenty of hands on knees and gasping for air even with 4 players rotating through the drill. This game, and like all the other games in the King of the Court series, it's a make-it-take-it style of game. So if the offense scores, they stay on offense. If the defense gets a stop, they move to offense. But the outcome of the rep matters. I think that it's critical for competitiveness within the drill. When the outcome doesn't matter, I think players tend to relax more than when their ego is on the line. The drill starts in a one-on-one setting with a face guard underneath the basket. The offensive player must make a cut to get open inside the three-point line. This is a critical piece of the drill. The offense having to use a change of pace and change of direction to catch the ball under pressure, combined with the confined space that they need to fit that cut into. The conditioning element of this part of the drill is brutal, but what we're really after is training the violent cutting required to catch the ball and have the catch that we make be contested. The contested catch challenges our footwork. It's easy to catch the ball and pivot when no one is around. What we want is to build the habits of being able to catch with a defender in your shirt and still be able to make a low and wide front or reverse pivot to face the basket to lead into an attacking move off of the pivot. There are a lot of ways to play one-on-one. If you're looking for cutting, conditioning, and stationary footwork, this is a great format to use. I don't want to say stationary footwork is phasing out of basketball, but the way basketball is trending and will continue to trend is towards quick decisions and movement on the catch rather than holding the ball in an isolation. That doesn't mean stationary play isn't a skill to be taught. It just means players aren't being used as much like Carmelo Anthony with mid-post isolations and a ton of fakes while they run the shot clock down with their teammates standing around and watching. I've been teaching stationary attack moves for 10 years or so now. I think it's something that I teach and demonstrate pretty well. If you want to learn more about this concept, look up my video titled Pivoting to Attack. It's a fairly long video, but it demonstrates most of the pivoting techniques we taught our players with a lot of examples from the live play setting like one-on-one. Now let's move on to the defensive side of things. The defensive possession matters because you have to get the stop to go to offense. Most players desire to play offense. That is going to be solid motivation for hard work right there. The denial portion of the drill will slip some as players get tired. The intensity of the denial really helps the offensive player get better. So if you have a team of players that understand they need to push each other, the denial portion shouldn't be an issue. If you have a group of lazy, selfish players that are likely to allow their opponent to catch the ball or slack off with the denial, they will. In theory, you want one-on-one games to be as much about defense as they are about offense. From my experience, this isn't the case. Most players put more emphasis on the offensive side of things and play defense so they can get to offense. A trick I learned as a coach was to frame these sessions as defensive technique work to the players, where we allowed them to play one-on-one but put most of the emphasis on the defensive side of things. To do this, you need to have theory on how to defend in these situations, which I'm surprised to find out that most coaches only really have a limited understanding of how they actually want players to defend. Most of the approach to individual defense is a results-based approach, like did they get the stop or not, as opposed to training proper technique and evaluating possessions based on how well that technique was executed. Ideas like how far away to be from your man, or where to put your hands, or how do the hands move when the ball moves, or how to execute the first step to cut off a driver. These are the concepts I'm talking about as things that tend to slip through the cracks. Alright, Internet Basketball Junkies, as we wrap up this video, make sure you click the link in the description to my Self-Fi store. I have detailed basketball coaching content for sale. Thanks for breaking down this drill with me.